My name's Darren. I work the graveyard shift at a small gas station on the edge of my town. One of those places that's technically a truck stop, but really just a half-dead building clinging to the side of an empty highway. We've got 3 pumps, a dingy little convenience store, and a bathroom that's always half broken. The station's old enough that when the wind kicks up at night, the whole place whines like it's trying to shake itself loose from the foundation. Most nights, it's nothing. A few late-night truckers, locals running on fumes, the rare drunk college kid on a beer run. I keep my head down, stock shelves, count cigarettes, mop up the inevitable slush people track in. It's not exciting, but it's safe, predictable, or at least it was. It was about 2:30 a.m. on a Wednesday when I saw him. I was halfway through a bag of chips behind the counter when the security chime dinged, slow and faint. This guy walks in. If I had to guess, he was early 50s, but there was something off about him. He was tall, almost too tall, and dressed sharp as hell. Charcoal gray suit, polished black shoes that didn't make a sound on the grimy tile, no car pulled up, no headlights. He just appeared like he stepped out of the dark itself. He didn't head for the fridges or the snacks. He just kind of wandered down the first aisle, dragging his fingertips along the dusty shelves like he was shopping for something very specific. The weird thing? He wasn't looking at the shelves. He was looking at me. His face. It was hard to hold on to. Like when you try to remember a dream the second you wake up. Sharp cheekbones, too wide smile, pale skin stretched too tight across his bones. His eyes never blinked. I cleared my throat, trying to sound casual. "You need help finding something, sir?" He just smiled wider and said, in this voice that was too smooth, too quiet, "I've already found it." Before I could react, he placed something on the counter, a small glass jar. Looked ancient. Inside it, floating in thick, yellowed liquid, was a human tooth, blackened, split, rotting. I recoiled, knocking over my bag of chips. When I looked back up, he was gone. The door hadn't chimed, no footsteps, no car pulling away, just gone, like he had never been there, except the jar was still sitting on the counter. And the worst part, no matter where I hid it, the jar kept finding its way back to me. Every night since, when I clock in, it's there, waiting, front and center. The tooth inside it, a little more rotten each time. And lately, when the wind howls through the gas station walls, I swear I can hear someone whispering my name. The first couple of nights I tried to tell myself it was a prank. Some local kid screwing around, maybe. But the security cameras didn't back that up. I checked the footage the next morning. I watched myself lunge backward, knocking the chips over. Watched myself staring at something that wasn't there. The guy, the jar. Nothing showed up. Only me, flinching at empty air, talking to nobody. I told my boss, half joking, that maybe I was losing it. She just laughed, said it was probably the long hours messing with my head, then told me to man up, or she'd find someone else desperate enough to take the night shift. Fair enough. Jobs are hard to come by around here. So I stayed, night after night, and every time the jar was there. At first, it was always sitting on the counter when I walked in. Then it started moving. One night, I found it perched neatly on the cash register. The next, tucked between rows of Snickers bars. Once, balanced perfectly on top of the microwave in the break room. a place no customer should ever have been able to reach. It was like it wanted me to find it. Around the third week, the nightmare started. Always the same. I'm standing behind the counter, dead of night. The pumps out front are lit up, humming softly, but there are no cars, no people, just empty, endless highway stretching in both directions. And the door swings open. The man walks in, same suit, same too wide smile, but his face, it's worse now, split, like a rotten pumpkin caving in on itself, and where his eyes should be, just deep, gaping pits, oozing something thick and black. He doesn't speak. He just holds out his hand, palm up, waiting. For what? I don't know. And every time I wake up just before I reach out and touch him, dripping sweat, heart hammering like a jackhammer in my ribs, I started taking caffeine pills just to stay awake through the shift. Didn't matter. I'd still see him sometimes, just outside the circle of light from the station's flickering bulbs, standing in the dark, waiting. Last night was the worst. The jar wasn't on the counter when I came in. It wasn't hidden anywhere in the store either. For the first time in weeks, I thought maybe it was finally over. I almost smiled. Started the usual routine, cleaning the coffee pots, stacking inventory, when I heard it. The scrape of something glass against the floor. I looked down. There, about 5 feet from me, was the jar, lying on its side. The lid had come off, and the tooth? The tooth was gone. The lights in the station flickered, buzzed, then went out completely, plunging everything into blackness. And in the silence that followed, I heard it. Not a voice, not breathing, something worse. The wet, crunching sound of something moving. Too close, way too close. I don't know what's out there now or what it wants. But if you're reading this, don't stop at the highway gas station past mile marker 237. If you see the lights flickering, if you hear someone whisper your name from the dark, just keep driving.